welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. I'm just beginning the day right now. We've had some really kind of like odd nights, just like sleeping kind of like irregular hours, and it's been a busy couple days, so I'm starting out the day a little bit late. There are the cows already hearing me, already expecting grain, but they're not going to get any because we are out of grain. We have to go get some more. But I don't know if we're going to do that today or not. We typically get grain at just like regular farm stores, but we've decided to just like go here to our local co-op, and they can make like custom um, mixes, whatever you want in it for feed. So we're probably gonna just do that from now on. He's so fat, but he needs to get fatter. So I'm hoping to talk a little bit about suspense, since yesterday's live stream basically centered around pyramid schemes and multi-level marketing and Melaleuca and New Skin and all that stuff. um, I'm wanting to do a video today, or like probably my first video. I'm gonna look into it, but on the sun, I guess there's just like a massive um, sunspot that's developed. I don't know much about it. Good morning, Betty. But what I do know is that, like, the article that I kind of skimmed through, it said that it should make for a spectacular sky show uh, over North America. I'm gonna have to look into the details. If it seems like it's something that's like just like really out of the ordinary, or like there's never been a sunspot this big before, then I'll do a video about it. I looked into the tornado yesterday that was in the Los Angeles area, and I don't know. I don't know that there's enough really there to do a video, but it is interesting that it happened. Becca underscores here. Morning, Jared. Good morning. Betty, the moon is supposed to align with two planets. Oh yeah, I heard something about that. Somebody else had like either emailed me or commented about that. Sorry, I'm gonna go get some eggs right now. I'm just waiting for some more people to join the live stream before I get going. The cows are over there. They're expecting for me to feed them some grain. They're just waiting. uh, sack of soft food. I'm here for any cat cameos. Well, I have this like stray cat that sticks around our property. Oh, he's pooping right now. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean. I probably should have got you pooping on the live stream. Brandon Porter, morning. What a good way to start my workday. Oh, good. I'm glad that this would be a good way to start your workday. Betty Horn, I love cows. I do too. Becca, not that kind of cameo. uh, and we have another cat around here somewhere. I don't see him right now. Well, we actually have like two other ones, but they're not around. So anyway, I mean, if you guys followed that story about the tornado in the Los Angeles area, was there anything else to it, or was it just that there was like a unlikely tornado. They have like video of it, and it didn't like really seem too big. It was reminiscent of the tornado that was in North Salt Lake. Uh, I can't even remember. Was it back last year? No, I think it was in 2021, where there was like a small F1 tornado, basically. Betty Horn, cats are hilarious too. Oh yeah, cats are just like nonstop fun and being funny. All right, well I got my basket here. I'm gonna go see if there's any eggs this morning. So let's get to it. The live stream may be interrupted a little bit as it goes from the Wi-Fi to the mobile network. It feels pretty nice out here right now. It's nice and cool. Yesterday it got up into the 80s, which was kind of surprising, but it's going to be cooler today. Sherry Johnson, hi from South Carolina, out for a walk to granddaughter. Cool. Say hi to your granddaughter for me. Hey, you guys. Good morning. Man, I really feel like over the last maybe like month or two, these guys' horns have just like really developed. They weren't so prominent before just like a month or two ago. We're gonna maybe try and get some more cows, like get some more bottle calves and raise them. But that may not be for like another, I don't know, maybe a month or two. And they're following me over. They think I'm gonna feed them, but I don't have any feed for them today, or at least not till later today. Good morning. Turn this light on. This switch doesn't work very well. There we go. Oops. Oh. Different people have like idea when integrating new chickens to their flock. And there's different things that you do. You do it normally. You do it slowly because that way the other chickens kind of like get used to the new chickens more gradually, and so there's a little bit less fighting. There's still going to be fighting, but then the other thing is kind of like quarantining your new chickens just in case they're like carrying something that's going to make your flock sick, which we didn't really do in this case. I felt pretty good about where we got the new chickens from. Now, there could have been something in that area that our chickens haven't been exposed to, but we're just going to go ahead and take that chance. But it seems like everything has gone pretty well with the integration. Let's see. Justin Fennis, love your weather, Jared. We're getting snow in southern Utah. I do like snow, but only for like a day, and that's about it. If it lasts beyond a day, it just kind of gets annoying. Sherry Johnson, she is an adorable, almost 3-year-old on the 6th. Oh, cute. Justin, absolutely love the homestead. Savage Dad, good morning, Jared. Good morning. Della Solis from Texas. Becca, we hope to get on a homestead soon. Crossing fingers. Well, I'll cross my fingers for you too, because that would be great. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything because we got eggs yesterday evening. Okay, none in those. Let's go look over here. Let's see. Nothing. Well, let me switch hands. Nothing. 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 And nothing. All right, I guess it was too soon. I don't want to sit there. Dang it, I was hoping that there would be some eggs to show you. So that gray one right there, that's an Americana. And she's gonna lay either blue or green eggs. And then we got, where is she? Where'd she go? Oh, she's right there. And then we have this other Americana. So we have two chickens, or two hens that should be laying green or blue eggs. We actually drove 2.5 hours because we couldn't find any Americanas anywhere close, which that's not normally the case. And like I said in the other live stream or the other video, I think it's because of this egg thing where people are just like, you know, getting all these like chickens and they're worried about eggs and egg prices and stuff like that. So it's like harder to find chickens a little bit. But oh, there's the cows. I still haven't made the hole in the netting to feed them. Probably gonna do that in the next day or two. But that's the trough where we normally feed them through. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna sit to the side of this. So anyway, it seemed like a lot of people wanted me to go ahead and do Isaiah and use the Institute manual. So once I'm done going over the book of Revelation, I think I'll do that. We changed out the we had that oil pan for water, but decided to change it out because the water was getting all poopy. But it's almost like that's already dried up. I don't know if it's been leaking. I don't see any like wet spots or anything. It does look like they're drinking from it, but I don't know. Watering the chickens, it's always just like annoying. Trying to figure out the best way to do it. When we when we used to have them outside free ranging, we would just use like an oil pan, and that worked just fine. Anyway, we're gonna have to figure something out. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Tyson Price, I just barely sent you an email just now. Okay, cool. I'll try and get to it. No promises. Like I said, I have literally thousands of emails at this point, and it's hard for me to get to every single one of them. So I'll do what I can. Man, you're being loud today. Gosh, he's such a handsome rooster, and he's like just grown so big. These ones, these speckled ones, we've had since they were chicks, and they've just gotten so big. So yeah, I'm hoping to do a few videos today. I'm gonna check out that really big sunspot. It's really weird because whether or not it was like a record-breaking sunspot, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's obviously making news because it's unusual. The sun has been just doing really unusual things, you know, and you can't chalk it up to climate change. That's not why the sun is behaving the way that it is. As far as I know, nobody's driving cars on the sun. If they are, please contact me so I can become a billionaire. As far as like space travel goes and unknown technologies, how to withstand the heat of the sun. Because if you'll remember, if you didn't see the video I did there was like a vortex on the northern pole of the sun. Now, it was as a result of like a well-known phenomena that happens at a certain point during the sun's solar cycles, but this was the first time that this disturbance that they knew about actually caused a vortex around the north pole of the sun, and it looked like a crown, and so that's why symbolically it's potentially significant having a crown on the sun, right? And now this massive sunspot. So I'm gonna have to look into it and maybe just do a recap of like all the things that's been going on with the sun lately. Just all of nature, not just here on Earth, but in space. It just feels like everything is just going wild. And it adds to the whole, suspense. It's just like you keep seeing these things going off, and it's just like, something's gonna happen. And I think something will. I really think, whether or not there's like some really big event for the second coming, whether it's like the translation, Adam on Diamond, Christ coming to New Jerusalem, I think this year is going to be a really significant year just because of how it started off. Just so many things. International health coach, 18% protein in chicken feed at bottom of bags. Well, like I said, I don't know if you saw the last live stream. We're currently feeding them dog food and scratch because there were some people in town. There's like a thing going around right now where it's like, oh, feed right now that you buy at the stores, it's like making it so that they're not laying eggs. I don't know if that's true or not, but my wife decided to get the dog food and everything seems fine. We're going to go back and try regular feed again. Probably get layer pellets. That's like a special formula for, so you have a higher egg production. And I'll let you know once we start feeding them that again. I'll let you know if they stop producing eggs. I'm kind of skeptical that the feed is causing them not to lay eggs, but who knows? Secret combinations have their stupid plans and everything, and if it comes down to it, we'll just feed them dog food and leftovers from dinner and other meals. And we're feeding them scratch, which is like a thing that you throw into the dirt so that as they eat the scratch, they also get some like dirt and rocks in their digestive system because it helps them digest their food. So, but they have different types of feed. They have like one that's called a feather fixer, which I guess it's formulated to help promote feather growth. Which these new chickens that we got, these new hens, the lady that we got them from, she's a really nice lady, but she had way too many chickens. Way too many chickens. And it was a nice big coop. It was actually bigger than this. Well, actually, no, maybe it was about the same size. I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty big. But, like those poor chickens, they were just like, there were so many of them. You could tell that there have been so many fights. Like, look at this one right here that we just picked up. Look at how she's missing all those feathers right there around her tail. It's because, like, she was in an area where there were just all these chickens. Too many of them, and they were all just fighting. So, we could get Feather Fixer and fix that, I guess. But I think now that they're in a safer place where there's not as much competition and stuff, I think their feathers are just going to grow back just fine. This coop is good because there's plenty of places for them to hide. They can, get up on these counters. They can go up here on these shelves. They can go on the roosting bars. They can hide behind here. That guy, he's just been like hanging out up there like ever since the big fight a couple days ago when we introduced him to the coop. He was fighting with our main rooster over there, and I guess he lost, and now like that's his place of exile. But as you can see, he can get up there and feel safe and comfortable. I'm sure after time he'll eventually come down and whatever. And there's like that Americana again, and then another new hen. So they have places that they can go to escape. They can also go like on top of these right here. So anyway, the point is these hens and these roosters are now in a better place where there's more room, less chickens, and plenty of food and water, nice fresh water. Let's see what's in the chat. Cognitive resonance. Good to see you, brother. My wife keeps telling me we should get chickens. Your wife is right. You should listen to her. Again, it's just like, it just feels so good to have some control over, your food production and not having to be completely reliant on stores, for food. Oh, they're starting to like gang up on him. That's the one of the two roosters, the new roosters, but he's like the beta male one. He's already trained to be submissive, so he doesn't have as much of a hard time being down here on the floor as him up there. He already knows what to do. So yeah, just like getting eggs, it's awesome, especially in times like this when egg prices are high. You know, are we worried about that here? Nope. No, we're not. And we're getting fresh eggs. Like I said in the other stream, I'm hoping that maybe some of these hens will go broody, which means that they'll stay in their nesting box and they'll actually sit on the eggs. And it's kind of like harder to do that. That's why people that are really serious about hatching eggs, they get incubators. But I would really like to see it done just the natural way. So I'm crossing my fingers for that. There's different breeds. They all have like different characteristics. And so when it comes to whether it's free ranging or whether they're meat birds or egg layers or dual purpose or whatever. And one of the things is broodiness, and there's like some breeds that will not go broody. They're just like, it's not going to happen. Others that are just kind of half and half, and then others that do easily go broody. So, and I can't remember with the Sussexes, these speckled ones, but I think that they are likely to go broody, if I remember right. Betty Horn, it would be a little hard to have chickens in an apartment. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But you never know. They did it on Friends, the 90s and early 2000s sitcom. In fact, they what did they have in their apartment? Joey and Chandler. They had a duck. I'm pretty sure they had both a chicken and a duck in their apartment. If you remember, put it in the chat or in the comments. Della Solis, besides your garden, do you have or are you planning on adding fruit trees to your homestead? Yeah, we already do. I'll show I'll show you in just a second here. Let me get up. Hold on. I'm sure no one's laid an egg since we've been here, but let me just in case someone laid a quick egg. I just want to no. Okay, that was stupid. Of course. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave that there. We're gonna clean all this up. It's a whole project that we got to work on. So let's go around here. Christy Braby or Brabby or Braby says duck and a chicken. Yes, I knew it. It's been, I don't know, maybe like 5 years since we watched Friends. It's a horrible show. It's like funny, it's great, it's a classic, but it's also horrible. Just as far as like morality goes. Debbie Fafita, can you do quail in an apartment? They start laying in our adults at 6 weeks. Oh, you can do quail in an apartment. I'm glad that you brought that up because I've often wondered why some people do quail. And maybe that's one of the reasons if you have like limited space, because I've seen some that are just like really, really tiny quails. Let's see. Debbie Fafita, quail are not as loud or messy as chickens. It take 3 eggs for 1 chicken egg. Okay. Got some more cleanup to do. We took down our electric fence. We used to have like this whole area because we were going to do our main garden over here. But now we're just going to do raised beds and like do them over there closer to the house. Let's go over this way. So over here we have a peach tree right here. And it looks like there's some green right there. Right here too. Looks like somebody maybe got to it. I know that we could put like welded wire and T-posts around this, but we haven't really felt the need to. But maybe we should, I don't know. So we got that peach tree. This one's a plum tree right here. And then we had another tree here that died. I can't remember what I think it was going to be an apple tree. And then over here we have our it just looks like a stick right now, but we have our fig tree. So there was a while back that I thought that the fig tree was dead. I was like sure of it, but no, it just took a while to kind of wake up from winter. So, and there's our pasture. And then we have like that, I don't know what you would really call this. Some people call it a shed. It's not really, I don't know if it's really a lean-to, because like lean-tos, they like lean to a building, and that doesn't lean to anything. So we just kind of like call it the barn, but we just have miscellaneous junk in there. We used to have a couple bales of hay, but we basically use those. But yeah, quail. There's like, when we went and picked up our turkeys from this guy, he had quail, just like really tiny quail. And he was trying to like sell some to us. And he was also trying to sell us this ram and some lambs and stuff like that. And we were just like, no, we're only interested in, we're only interested in the turkeys for now, sir. I'm gonna open this back up. We closed this because we we were thinking that we were gonna have the chickens like free range like we did before, but no. Hold on, let me put you in my pocket. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Is everyone still here? Okay. I just opened up those gates to the pen. So I think we'll just go ahead and leave those open. Where did this come from? Gosh, these keep just like showing up. Just when I thought I had them all. And it's like, it's not like the wind blew it over here. Hey, how's it going? Hey, hey. Gross. Chores Lab says your lean-to is a loafing shed for livestock and horses to get out of sun or rain. Okay. Well, and that is what we use that for, among other things. I actually have some videos on TikTok showing when the cows went there when it was snowing. Hey, hey, how's it going? Let's see. Mad about JD. They just announced the Salt Lake Temple will not be done until 2026. Oh my gosh, these dates. Hey, you know what? I'm the boss around here. I'm the boss around here. I'll kill you. You're gonna be beef stroganoff soon. Okay. Hi, happy Thursday, Jared. Y'all are so blessed to have such a lovely homestead. Thank you. I think so too. Something that I never expected to have. We sometimes put equipment in one that isn't being used. Let's see, Sherry Johnson, I checked out for a bit. Couldn't see the sun and walking around pond where we need to not make noise to see turtles. Debbie Fafita, the only reason I do quail is because I can't have chickens in my backyard. But quail are super easy. I was surprised. So at least I can eat them and have eggs, but they don't sit on their eggs. Oh. Well, cool. So anybody out there, if you want chickens but you can't have them because of space limitations or whatever, then maybe think about a quail. Delasolas, thanks for the tour. No problem. No, I'm just coming over here to hang out. Don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing. I've got this hydrant over here. You see how it's all wet right there? I've been lazy about fixing it. But there's like a rod that goes down that pipe. And the reason why you have this is, if you don't know, is it's a way to get water, but the water line won't freeze up because, so like when you turn it on, the water comes up, but when you turn it off, it drains all the way back down into the ground below the freezing level. And there's a plunger down there at the bottom of the pipe that like shuts it off. And what I think, that looked fun, is I think it needs a new plunger. So I'm going to try and replace the plunger. If not, then I don't know what the heck I'm going to have to do. But I really need to get this area dried up. Otherwise, we're probably going to have tons of flies. That's right. Who's the boss around here? All right, so, oh, there's our other stray cat. Close this up. It's gonna be loud for just a second. I'm just gonna top that off. You gonna drink some water? Yeah, go for it. No, you don't have to do that. Just put your mouth in the water. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I can't pet you while you're drinking water. Yeah, quail eggs. I've never had those. I've had goose eggs. I've had duck eggs. I've even had turkey eggs because we used to have all those. But I haven't tried quail eggs yet. There. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this full circle. Go back into the coop. And of course, the stray cat's gonna follow me in. Put this up here. Maybe it won't get knocked down. Oh, we got one probably laying an egg. Just gonna check really quick. I just thought it'd be fun to have you guys with me while I'm out here doing my stuff. De La Salas, I've never had quail eggs, but I have had quail. Delicious. Let me just check here again. Dude, you don't have to be afraid of me. I want you here. Look at that face. Blacker than sin. If you missed the other live stream, he's a Samani cross. Pure Samanis, they're black. They're completely black, everything. Combs, beaks, feathers, and I think even their legs. Just black all the way. But he's a cross. He's a cross, okay, I already forgot. He's a cross with a Marin. And then the other one I think was a cross with a Americana. Is that what I said before? I'm gonna go ahead and check if there's a egg under her. Do you have it? Okay, sorry. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry. Ma'am, I am so sorry. I'm just gonna go over here. Okay, come on. We're gonna leave, cat. Okay, no. I'm gonna turn off the light. When I come back, there better be more eggs. I know, we need to put those camping chairs away. We used to have them on our porch, but we've actually got a nice gliding bench. I'll show you in just a second, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Ow, my back is starting to hurt because I'm fat and out of shape. That blanket's right there because it got wet, so it's drying. Yeah, I got this bench right here, and it's nice. Oh gosh. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. Okay, well, probably going to go ahead and go, unless you guys have anything you want to talk about. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. That's the fullest tour that I've done in a long time. I used to do more homesteading videos at the beginning of this channel, but it kind of died off. But things are getting interesting again, and I don't know, we have more chickens and stuff now. Delasolis, my grandmother had chickens, and I remember as a child being chased by them when we were asked to harvest the eggs. I was actually born, well, I was born in a hospital, but my first home, when I came home from the hospital, was on a homestead. It was my great grandparents' homestead. My parents were living in the guest house, and they tell me that I would go out and get eggs with grandma, but too young to remember because I was like only 2 and 3. We moved when I was probably later that year when I was 3 years old. El Paculi LDS General Conference, Saturday, April 1st, 2023 to Sunday, April 2nd, 2023. Can't wait. Me neither. And let's remember this time, because last conference, frankly, as far as like announcements or big things, I was disappointed that first day, and even part of the second day. It wasn't until the last session when Elder Bednar gave his talk about the wedding garment and the wedding feast, and then after that, President Nelson calling on us to be the people of the second coming, and then after that, him showing us what the second coming will probably look like. So, it could be the same, or it could start off with a bang. Who knows? But hi, Benjamin.
Outside.
What you doing? Where's your pants?
Oh. It's in Benjamin's room.
It's in your room?
Yeah.
We need to wake up Mama soon.
And great.
Yeah. He sometimes stays home from school, or he doesn't go till late because of his autism. Sometimes he has like freakouts. Are you ready to go to school?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I feel great. Yeah.
You want to go to school?
I don't.
You don't?
Okay.
Oh, Benjamin, you have to go to school.
I'm fine right now.
Huh?
Yeah.
You want to go to school right now?
Okay.
Okay. We'll talk to Mama in just a minute. Christy Braby, Anderson's talk was excellent in October too. Remind me what that was. I'm sure I'll remember it as soon as you mention it. Dee Dee Staub, I just got here. How many acres you on? We only have just a little under 2, and that's it. When we were originally looking, we wanted to have at least 5, but ideally 10 or more, if we found a good deal for more. But like we had already put in offers on all these different places, probably at least 4, maybe 5 homes, all of them with no less than 5 acres. And for one reason or another, our offer wasn't accepted. And then our realtor, she sent us an email. She's like, hey, look, this is kind of like outside of your search parameters, but I think that these are some good homes. And we saw this one, and as soon as I saw the picture, I felt good about it. And frankly, I think it was the spirit. Jenica felt the same thing as we got to discussing it, and we were just like, but it's only like 2 acres. That's it. But we just felt just a peace. It felt really good about it. And, as it turned out, this is actually the perfect place for us because we're able to do everything that we want to do.
I don't want to go school right now.
Huh?
I don't go school. I don't go school.
What? You don't want to go to school right now?
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Then fine.
So anyway, it's a perfect sized property to have just a couple cows. We've had at our peak 5, We've never had like 5 adult cows, and what we would have to do in reality is we would have to supplement with hay, which is fine. You know, we'll buy hay if that's what we have to do. But anyway, it's perfect for having just a couple cows, and then as you can see, we have our chickens, and we have enough room for a garden, and I don't know, just 2 acres is a lot bigger than I realized as far as like what you can do with it. So, Daniel Hershey, do you think they will talk about the wait? Do you think they will talk about the bank collapse or economy in general conference? I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they talked in general terms about economic uncertainty and stuff like that. I doubt that they would mention it specifically, but they could. Aritz Litharaga Olaskawaga says, how about if the sunspot is caused by the great portion of celestial beings coming with Christ to this earth? If Christ is the source of light, his absence might be a sunspot too. That is a great theory, and I hope so. I hope that's what that means. I really do. Does anybody know offhand, like anyone that's read articles about it, is it like the biggest sunspot ever recorded, or is there anything like really unique about it? I haven't had a chance to like really dig into it. If it was the largest sunspot ever recorded, then I mean, amazing. Just another thing to add to the list. Christy Brabby, uh, drawing closer to the Savior. Excuse me, drawing closer to the Savior, but it was all about the wheat and tares. Oh, okay. I'm sure I would remember like some of the key phrases from it if I went back and reviewed it. She's talking about Elder Anderson's talk in the October General Conference. Yeah. Um, the big thing that I just can't picture is how things are going to keep moving forward. If Sister Nelson said that there were so many attacks in the lead up to this General Conference, meaning the October 2022 General Conference, then wouldn't they probably have just increased from then till now? I mean, I don't know. Some people are like, well, I don't think that she means actual attacks, but no, when you watch her, and you can't watch it anymore because it's not available anymore, but during that Alberta, British Columbia um, area devotional, no, she made it pretty clear. It wasn't. It may have included some spiritual attacks, but she was like talking about actual attacks, whether they be political, economic, or who knows. There could have been threats, pressuring. She basically said that everybody that spoke had to pay a certain price. And would you listen even closer to everybody's message if, you know, on the screen underneath underneath them, if you saw the price that they had to pay to deliver that truth? So, um, I don't know. That's one reason why I wonder how much worse it could get. Could they get to the point where they stop General Conference? I'm sure they could. So I don't know. It'll just be interesting to see what happens or what's said this General Conference. But all I can say is that since the last General Conference, the heavens, the skies have been a buzz with activity. Like crazy. Both here within Earth's atmosphere, as well as in the solar system, as well as beyond the solar system, because that's where we saw the biggest explosion ever recorded. It was a week after General Conference. The largest explosion ever recorded happened, was observed exactly 1 week after General Conference. After President Nelson just got done talking about how between now and when he comes again, we're going to see the greatest manifestations of the Savior's power that the world has ever seen. Now, I don't think that that necessarily fulfilled what he was saying, but it literally was the most powerful thing we've ever seen in nature. Other things that I've thought about as far as like fulfilling what he said is the two witnesses, because if I'm wrong, if it's not so natural, like just as simple as all the times that apostles and prophets have gone to Jerusalem, if it actually is the more like there's actually two men there, they're in the streets, well, they're going to have power during that time, power over plagues and famines and stuff like that, power over the elements. So maybe that's what President Nelson is referring to, the two witnesses. Maybe he's referring to the translation and the resurrection. There's just like so many different things that he could be talking about. And maybe when it comes down to it, it's just all of the above. But maybe it was a hint that pretty soon we're going to see the two witnesses and their power, or the power that they wield. Um, it was quite the statement that he made. Pretty unbelievable. Um, and I just don't know how they could really top everything that we've been hearing since last year in those two general conferences. It's like, what could they possibly say next? Well, and I would also include the Christmas devotional too, because the Christmas devotional was pretty stunning. And Elder Anderson, he's the one that kind of like left his talk off by almost implying that the Lord is already here, meaning that the second coming has already been initiated, meaning possibly the first parts of Adamonde, like the first um, sessions. Del Solis, in one of your past videos, you read something about peace having been taken from the earth already. I got to thinking that peace can apply in the physical, mental, and spiritual sense. Oh, yeah, yeah, all of the above. It makes me think about, I can't remember who he was. I think he was a 70, so I don't, I don't remember his name. But, and I think it was last year, he was talking about how when he reads in the scriptures that there's going to be a great scourge, he said he can't help but to wonder if that includes all the mental illness nowadays. And I think what he meant by that is oh, you know what? I'm almost out of battery, so I got to wrap this up. But I think what he meant by that was possibly two things. One, uh, I can't help but to think that there's probably things in our environment that are man-made, whether we consume them or come in contact with them, that can affect our body's chemistry and possibly also impact our minds, our brains as we inhale or eat or whatever it is that we're consuming. So that's one thing, is probably the increase in man-made uh, products that cause or induce mental illness. But then the second thing is just human behavior, which is also man-made, but human behavior, um, abuse, aggression, violence, things like that, that can also induce mental illness and cause trauma in people, whether it be PTSD or causing people to develop maladaptive strategies with coping with life because you were such a crappy parent to your child. You abused them or neglected them or whatever. So I don't know. It's interesting. Anyway, sorry, Daniel Hershey, more temples. Yes, let's hope so. If you're just catching this now in your live, you might want to go back if you're interested in see. I did like pretty much like the full tour almost of the homestead. So if you want to see a lot of fun things, watch this from the beginning. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna go inside and get to working on a video, probably about the sunspot, and then I'll hit up some other things probably today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later.